Hello, beautiful people. My name is Morgan Downey, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Get Mo Fit, a health and life coaching business that strives to help single women break free from insecurity, heal from unresolved pain, and just transform unhealthy habits so that they can thrive spiritually, mentally, and physically. And today I am continuing the single season blueprint. If you have stuck with me this long, thank you. And keep watching, okay? Because today we're going to talk about two powerful physical health habits that have truly transformed my single season and are now continuing to serve me in my marriage. So if you have ever struggled with being consistent with your physical health and like really getting it ingrained into who you are, this video is for you. So let's get into it. Really quick before we start, I just want to say that so often women will start here. We'll start with the physical health. We'll start with working out and, oh, we want to be fine because we want to get a man. So if that's where you are right now, scratch all that. I need you to scratch all that, and I need you to go back and watch the previous videos, because the spiritual, mental, and emotional is really, okay? You need that. You need this too, but you need that. So go back and watch those videos. That will be the core of like what truly helps you thrive, because you can have the best workout habits in the world or the best eating habits in the world, but if you don't have that stuff, it honestly doesn't matter. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't. It's not going to help you just truly thrive like mentally and spiritually. And you cannot literally thrive if your mind is not thriving. So go back and watch it. Okay, let's get into it for real this time. So habit number one. Oh my gosh, you probably guessed it. Working out. So when I say working out, I'm not just saying get into the habit of going to the gym. I'm specifically saying exercise. So if you are someone who maybe have struggled being consistent with working out in the past, practically, I would recommend, and by the way, I have a personal training background. So yes, I'm a life coach, but I have a certification in personal training and nutrition. So this is coming from just years of experience of training women. And I always say that start with 2 days of exercise a week. It does not have to be the gym. It can be going for a walk outside, but you just have to start somewhere. So often, like I've had clients who feel like if they're not, getting a full body strength, workout in at the gym, they're not doing enough. So then they just don't do nothing at all. But always remember, doing something is better than doing nothing. And if you want to be fine when you 55, 75 years old, that will never happen if you're just not consistent with your exercise routine. So first and foremost, get consistent. I would start off with 2 days a week. You choose your days and you stick to it. And you do that for at least 4 weeks. Hit 4 weeks of consistency doing 2 times a week, and keep that as your goal until you get there. So for example, let's say you do 2 weeks in a row and then you fall off the 3rd week. Start back over. Hit 4 weeks in a row. You want to do it honestly until it feels easy, until you have the attitude of, okay, 2, I can do that. But 3, I can do that. That's cool. Like I could add a 3rd day. Like you want whatever it is that you're doing to feel easy. So often we get into, oh, I want to lose this weight or gain this weight or whatever. And we're going hard out the gate, but that is not sustainable. So first things first, just work out, exercise consistently. If you need to, it can be for 15 minutes, but you just want to build the muscle of constantly doing it week in and week out. Another strategy that will help you just throughout your entire life is actually learning how to work out, especially for your specific body. So this can look like, yes, getting a trainer. This can also just look like Googling some stuff. Like, there's so much information that's free online. You just want to understand how to work. Like, what's the benefit of lifting? What's the benefit of doing cardio? Like, if I want to achieve this result, what type of workouts should I be doing and why? Type that exact thing into ChatGPT and it would give you the whole understanding. I might make a video on it. But there's just so much information out there on it. So literally just understand how and why you're working out the way you're working out so that you can do it in an effective way. Excuse me. So that's number 2. Just, within working out, get consistent and just try and get a basic knowledge and understanding of how to work out in order to, lose weight, maintain your weight, just physically get active and like work your cardiovascular system. Like, literally just get a basic foundational knowledge of what you're doing and why. So for me, obviously things were a little different for me because I'm a trainer. I worked at a few gyms, before I moved here, but the benefits, come on now. Everybody knows the benefits of working out. But I will say specifically for me, the benefits that I have seen in my single season specifically were so you know how typically people will work out because they got a trip coming up and they want to look good. They at the beach, they want to feel confident. They don't want to feel like they got to suck in and tuck in and all that. But I will say it is truly a benefit to like live the stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And I vividly remember during my single season, I remember 2 specific trips I went on. 3 actually. I went to Vegas, I went to Orlando, and I went to Tulum. And every single time I went on a trip, I felt great. I was excited, whatever clothes I was wearing, whatever bathing suits I was wearing, I was excited. I felt confident. I wasn't feeling so self-conscious about, what this look like, how I'm looking in this picture. Like, it was like boom, bam, bam. Okay. That's how I felt, honestly and truly. And it just makes life so much easier when you're just like ready for a vacation and don't have to like second guess with all the thoughts that will come in those type of moments. So that's the first benefit, okay? So secondly, I would say in my single season, I really began to pay attention to, especially looking back, now that I'm married, I'm looking back on, the benefits and like the way I was truly thriving during that season was I was putting so much time and energy into my workout routine and I had the time and space to do it. I used to go to Lifetime and I would spend 2 hours at the gym just because I could. Like, I'm saying that to say you have a level of flexibility that you may never have again. Or it may be a very long time before you have that level of flexibility. I know that so many women like they want to get married, but by the time you get married, your husband, he might not want to work out. Or if he does want to work out, maybe y'all schedules on a line or whatever. But really having like ample amount of time to like pour into you, it's like prime opportunity to pour into you and get your butt in the gym. Okay, now let's move on. So those were some benefits while I was single and I was just thriving, living my best life, right? But now that I'm married, I am truly seeing the benefits, okay, of knowing how to work out, being consistent already. So first and foremost, my wedding, like going into my wedding, I knew what to do. I was able to be consistent, and you learn how, even if you can't make it to the gym, you learn different ways of how can I still exercise from home or outside or whatever it is, like learning how to tweak your schedule based on your availability. So as I got married, I was preparing for the wedding. Oh, baby, I was ready. And you can really walk into your wedding day just feeling, again, almost like a vacation, like feeling like you are just confident. You accept yourself right now. You're excited. You're looking in the mirror and you're just loving what you see. Like that was absolutely a benefit. But even longer term, going into like actually living together and, being married, I will say that naturally, like when you get into a relationship, y'all want to eat. Like you want to go out to eat, you want to sit down, whatever. And being able to have these habits has definitely helped me maintain my weight throughout this year and a half of being married, because I'm working out, I'm eating well, which I'll get into next, but having those habits has helped me sustain my weight. It's very easy to get in a relationship and then you start to gain all this weight because of the way you don't work out. And if you don't have that habit going into marriage, unless your partner has it, it's going to be very hard to try and get it in that state while y'all just enjoying each other and all the things. So yes, definitely recommend trying to get into the habit now while you're single and building it as you go along. Habit number 2, learning how to eat healthy and for your goals. When you have a goal, sometimes you might not have a goal. Sometimes the goal might be just to maintain your body weight, and that can be a goal. But learn how to eat healthy. So I think there's just so much mess around like eating healthy. Like, what does that actually mean? And I think it really trips people up and people can like get so confused and To make it super simple, at the end of the day, you want to know proteins, fats, carbs, and like which ones you like, which ones you don't like. And I say that because knowing how to eat for your health and for your body type or whatever goal you may have will sustain you, whether you're trying to hit a goal or just eat healthy in general. That is the goal, that's fine. But getting into the habit of eating out less and cooking more. I say this is like top tier where you should start. Eating out less and cooking at home more. The more you get into this habit, the easier it will become over time, because it takes time to build that habit. However, once you get it down pat, it will benefit you. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get into how it has benefited me in my single season. So when I was single, of course, I was, taking it to another level. I was meal prepping every single week because my schedule was like super busy, but I was saving so much money. My budget was tight and so was the waist. Okay. The budget was on point. I got to a place where I knew every single week, okay, this is how much I'm spending at Trader Joe's. This is my cap. Don't go over that. But that money or that food would last me the entire week. And then on the weekends, I would allow myself, an opportunity to eat out. So I think that it's important to set those times of when are you going to cook at home and when you're going to eat out. Start there. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to eat out every single day, or I'm going to eat out, I don't know, whenever I feel like it. Like, if you consistently eat out for the rest of your life and don't have exercise habits, you will gain weight and more than likely develop health problems. This is just the way America's restaurant system is. It's a good chance. It's a pretty good chance that will be the outcome. So that's the first way that you can start. Just set a specific plan of when will you eat out, when will you cook at home. So now that I'm married, one of the benefits that I'm seeing is honestly just copy and pasting those habits that I had while I was single now into my marriage. So not only do my husband and I have a budget that is, specific to our grocery budget, and every single week we have, all right, this is how much we got to spend at the grocery store. Don't go over that. And for the most part, especially because I work from home, but for the most part, we can hit that every single week. And it just controls your spending. Like, you want to have an understanding of how much you're spending, because regardless, it's going to impact the way you gain weight, the way you lose weight, etc. So that's really helped, as well as just having the routine of eating well and specifically making breakfast, like that was a habit that I built while I was single, that I've seen now translate into marriage. So often people be like, oh, well, can you cook? Do you cook for your man? All that stuff. And yes, I think it is important just a human being to know how to cook food. You need to survive. But one thing that was a very easy transition was I eat breakfast every single morning. So before Khalil goes to work, I'm making breakfast because I'm gonna make breakfast regardless. So basically every single morning, like he knows that he's going to start his day with a meal, and breakfast is so good because if you have a solid breakfast in the morning, the chances of you, one, getting to a place where you're so hungry at lunchtime that you just make a bad decision has not lessened. And I know that sometimes, you don't want to wake up in the morning to eat something or cook something rather, but one, you can meal prep or you can get something that's very fast and like you can take it on the go. So whether that is a pre-made protein shake, whether that is some fruit and I don't know, some eggs, like that's not what I eat, but regardless, my point is like getting in the habit of doing these things now over time, like it will just continue to grow and help you when you get married, just have a smoother transition of, okay, are you gonna cook? Well, I'm hungry. Why are you not cooking? Like all of that, it's just a lot easier when you have some sort of rhythm with how you cook now, if you're single. So I hope that helps. I really hope that helps. Just start. The biggest thing is consistency with all of these habits, with the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. All of this stuff is just about starting and being consistent. So as a health and life coach, this is literally what I do. I help my clients build habits and routines around these things so that they can thrive. I know how much I was life transformed as I was building these habits, honestly and truly. And if you ever get to a place, or if you're in a place right now where you feel discontent with where you are, you have to start exactly where you are and find the joy in the season that you're in right now. Because girl, you have so much potential in you, so many things you can be doing right now to just enjoy life. Enjoy your relationship with the Lord. Enjoy all of your friends and the beautiful things that, God has put on this earth for us to enjoy. So if you have any questions, comments, if you are interested in applying for my health and life coaching program, you can click the link below. I'll put it in the description box and you can apply right there. After you apply, if you're accepted, I will send you a link for you to book a discovery call where we can get on the phone, or not the phone, but on Zoom, and chat about your goals, what you're trying to do, what you're looking for in this single season. And so if you have any questions at all, comment below, email getmofit@gmail.com, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, bye.